Well, good morning and welcome back to my channel, the Sudoku channel. This is Oliver coming to you from Youghal by the sea over here in Ireland, in Europe. And well, I started this on Friday and this is what it looked like on Friday. It was a beautiful morning. I had a swim and everything was swimming beautifully. And unfortunately over the weekend I lost all my data and I've been madly trying to get back my notes and well, start off afresh. It is now Tuesday the 13th of December and this is the Sudoku, the Diabolical Sudoku from the Telegraph of the 9th of December. And those of you who are regular to the channel know that the first thing we do is we work out any Snyder pairs and uniques. And for example, we have a 1 up here, 1 down here, so we're going to get a Snyder pair here. And according to my notes, we had a unique using the 8s. And if we go across here with the 8 and across here, we've got 2 8s here. We already have 1 there, so that gives us a unique 8 here. Now, I'll go off and do the rest and be back to you in just a tick. Well, now, in my first run through it, I haven't got any more uniques out at all, just a couple of Snyders. Now, if you haven't already done doubles, I'll put a link up there for a tutorial on doubles. 2626 means that you can't have those 26 anywhere else on that row. Also in here, you can't have it anywhere else. Now, we have a what's called as a pointing pair here, which means these 2 9s, you can't have any more 9s on that row. You can't have a 9 up here. So we're now going to have another double in here. Now that makes this one interesting. So we can only have 7 or 9 here. The 5 can't be in here, which means we have to have a 5 over here. Now that 5 and that 5 means we're going to have a Snyder pair of 5s up there, and that 5 and that 5, and we can't have a 5 there, which means we must have a 5 here. And you notice there was a possible Snyder pair of a 3 there. So when we put in the 5, we only have 1 3 left. That's going to be here. And the 1 is going to be there. Now, that was nice. I'll come back to you. I'm just going to redo the Snyders and I'll be back to you. Okay? Right, and here we have, now there's something else I noticed. If we look at this row here, and this row here, there's no repeat of numbers between the row and the columns, and the only one that's missing will be at the intersection, and that's a 9. That's the only place you can have a 9. That 9 there gets rid of this one, which means this is a 9, and now 9 9, 2 9s there, that's okay. 9 9 9. Now according to my notes, we look at house 4. Oh yes, house 4. We have a double here and there's only 2 cells left, so there's going to be a double in here as well. So what can it be? We're missing 4, so 4 can be there or there. What else? 4 5 6. We can't have 6 here, so this one has to be the 6, which means this one has to be the 4. Now we have over here just 2 left, and that is, we have 1, we don't have 2. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have an 8 and we have a 9. So it's going to be 2, 2. But the 2 can't be there, which means this will be the 2 and that will be the 8. Now we've got 2 left here, and what's left here I think is 1 4, isn't it? 1 4 1. We can't have a 1 here, so that has to be a 4 and this has to be the 1. And dum 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 dum. What was I looking? I was looking next at the 4. Right, we can't have a 4. We're looking at this column here. Can't have a 4 up there. Can't have a 4 there. So we can only have a 4 here or here, but we have 1 there, which means this must be the 4 in that house. Which means, and we have a 4 here, 4 must be over here. Now that just leaves 2 left here, and what's missing is a, should we have a 1 up there? We can't have a 1 there, so down here must be the 1, and what's left then is the 6. 6 goes in there, and that 6 goes, we can't have that 6. Now on the 4s, 4, so we're going to have another double here of the 4 5s. Actually, it's all coming back to me now. We have a double here, which means down at the bottom we're going to have another double. What's left at this stage is 2, 2 and 7. And we've got 2 more left now, so this is going to be another double, and this time is going to be, the 3s are up there, 4, 5, it's going to be 6, 6, 6 and an 8. Yeah, nothing's stopping that. So that's our 6, 8, with 2 5s over there, 8, 9, 9. Now we have, what do we have? 4, look at that. There's a 4 over there, so that can't be a 4, it must be the 5. That can't be the 5. That must be the 4. And that has to be the 5 over there. Now we've just got 2 left here, so what can go in here is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's going to be a 3, 7, and that's okay over there. There's nothing to get rid of those 3s and the 7s. 5 across here, 5 across here means that we're going to have, 5 up there. It'll give us 2 5s here. And 4 up there. It gives us a 4 here and here. Yeah, that's 4 5s. That's we can do down along here with new ones that have come in or anything. Coming down this way, what have we got? 6, 6. So we should have 2 6s over here. And as we can get into this little house. 3, 3, 3 and 3. So we're going to get 3s here and here. 2 5s there, 6. So we've got this one more or less done. We've got that one more or less done. We could do it more over here. And now if we look at this column here, column 2, what's missing? We're missing 3, 7 and 9. Yeah, 3, 7 and 9. So what can go in down here is a 3. We can't have the 9, so it's going to be a 3 and a 7 go in there. 7 and 9 can go in here, and up here at the top we can do a 3, a 7 and not a 9. So the only place we can have the 9 is here. So that's a 9. Get rid of that one, and that has to be a 7, and these then become linked there, 3 7s, 3 7 and 3 7, and our 9 7 in the middle. Okay, what more can we do in this house? We have a 9 across there, so we could have 2 9s here and here. 7, we can't have a 7 up here, so we could have a 7 here or here. And we've got 2 4s there. Could we have, where else? Yeah, over here. The 4 up there, that means we can have 2 4s here and here. Oh, I missed out something there. We have 2 9s here, therefore we can't have a 9 there. Therefore that must be the 9 there. 9 9, 2 9s there, 9 9 9. Okay, that's all my 9s. I'm going to put in all the possibles now, and we'll go from there. Right, and here we have all the possibles, and from my memory of all the things I've been doing over the weekend, this is where we start running into trouble. And I know we're going to have to use a chain based here on the 1s and the 7s and the 2s. If you look at all the binary cells that we have around here, to me that sort of screams out that we're going to have some sort of a chain. At least there'll be a chain there available for us to get rid of something. Now, oh yes, down here we have just the 1 8, so that has to be the 8 there for that row, and that gets rid of that one there. And oh yeah, there was a 6 here as well, so that is the 6. And that 6 gets rid of that one, and I can tell you getting rid of this one over here is crucial because it opens up this pair here of a 7 9 and the 7 9 up here. So those pairs of 7 9s get rid of this 7, which gives us the 6, which gets rid of that 6 there. Now thinking back, my logic then was, if we look at this house, there's a whole load of 1s and 7s and 3s, so can we make use of the outlying binaries? That's one of these outlying binaries will point in here and enable us to get rid of something. and what I eventually cottoned on to was starting up here on the 1. And we then go through the 7 and 9. So we start with the 1 7 here, and believe it or not, we end up with the 1 7 down here. So because that's pointing in and that's pointing in, so we get off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. That was off. This was on. I'm going the other way around. Off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. Now, for those who haven't done it before, I'll put a link up there to 2 things. One is strong weak links, because it's important that you understand that. And the other one I'll put you on to is a pairs chain, in case you haven't done it. Okay, and basically that now is a valid chain, which means where the beginning and the end can be seen, and that's here, we can get rid of that one. Now I want to stress that while it might look simple that I'm finding these chains and things like that, in reality this took me forever, and I went over into Saturday, and it was not easy. So I'm just recapping now from the notes that I have. The other chain, the other way I was looking at it is I had a load of stuff in here. If I could get rid of a 7, if I could end a chain here or here, and then start a chain up here on a 7, how would I do it? Well, for example, starting a chain here and ending a chain there, I'd be able to get rid of that 7 there. Basically, that's all I was thinking. I was just looking at chains and see what I could do. So if we did a chain starting here, okay, that is off, on, off, on. That is a very simple single chain, and that's it, finished. There is no more in it. That's all there is. And you go back to the way off, on, off, on. And this is the one that you get rid of. And the next note I have is, and this is something I hardly ever notice, but I don't know if it's one of the lads there that's always giving me comments always notices them. This is a bent triple, a 1815858, and I think I have it as a tutorial called a 3-way, and basically the 8 is common here, so anything that can see all 3 8s cannot exist, and that is the 8 down here, so we can get rid of that 8 there. Now I want to repeat again that finding these chains is not easy, and the only way you can do it is to actually try and find them yourself and go through every binary pair and just see, get a good feeling for how they're all interlinked together, and then you're able to set up the chains much easier. Now the next chain I did was actually just between these 2 cells, starting here with this 2 and ending down here on this one. That's very straightforward. It's off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. That's the end of it, and do it back the other way. Off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. Now that's just a very simple pairs chain, and we've done those before. So anything that can see the beginning and the end we can get rid of, and that is this one here and this one here. Now that one was important because we only had two 2s on this column, which means we get a 2 in here, getting rid of that one, making a 7, and that gets rid of that 7, making a 2. Now that gets rid of that 7 there, and that 7 there. The 2 gets rid of that one and that one, and I think that's all we can get rid of there. It is, yeah, but you can see now we're getting a whole load more of these binary pairs. We now have 2 6s in there, we've got 2 8s, we've got a 7 3 7 3 over there, and things are just looking a lot neater now. Now I remember clearly when I was doing this, at this stage I thought I had it done and we were finished, but it wasn't. I had to find another thing, and this really was extremely difficult for me to find. I went through all the binaries, and I remember hearing somebody saying, I think it might have been my sister saying that you just take one cell and you take one value and the other value, and you'll see that one or other value is going to come up with some sort of an impossibility. And I tried that, and I wasn't good at it. I didn't like it. But then I went back over it and I started again at this cell here, and I found out something interesting. For example, if this is a 3, then this is not a 3. Then this one down here is a 3. That's not a 3. Therefore, this is a 6. Therefore, that one here is not a 6. So remember, that is not a 6 when this is a 3. Now, if this is a 7, then it is not a 7. It's a 2, it's not a 2, it's a 6, therefore this is also, a 6 again. That means this is always a 6, so we can get rid of that one. And as far as I remember, that was the clincher, and everything should fall into place from now on. So let's continue on now and see will everything fall into place. We have a 2 there, get rid of that one there, and that one, no 2's down there, and we have a 6 here. And this is not looking good. Oh no, we get rid of a 6 there, and we have an 8, which gets rid of that 8 and that 8 and that 8 over there, and this one up here, which means this must be the 8 in that house, and that's it. The 5 here gets rid of that one, and no other 5's there, and we have a 5 here going, so this must be the 5 for this house. The 1 here gets rid of that one there, and that one up there, and this 7 gets rid of that 7 up there, and a 7 over here, and that 9 will get rid of that 9 there, and this 9 up here, and the 7. You can see now where all the cells are interlinked. The ones that we used in the chains, they're just falling apart as we move along. And the 3 there gets rid of that one, and I seem to remember making a mistake here once, and the 2 there gets rid of that one and this one. I think I forgot that before. And the 7 there gets rid of this one and this one, and we'll come down here to the 8, and that's okay. And that's, we've got something wrong here. The 7 there should have got rid of that one there, giving me the 7 here. Not the 3 here, sorry, the 3 here, and gets rid of that one. That 3 comes there and up here, and the 6 and the 3 and the 8 and the 7. That's those 3 houses done. With the 4 here, we'll clear this one here for the 1 and this one here for the 4. So we've got those 3 houses done. Nearly there. The 9, the 5, the 3, and the 1. That 4 should have got rid of that one, give me the 2. And we have a 3, 7, 3, 7, but there was a 3 here, and that gives me the 7. Getting rid of that one, and that gives me the 3. And I can tell you, it was not this easy. When I got to this stage, I had been banging my head against stone walls, and I was in an awful state. But I am a lot more composed today going back over it, I can assure you. If any of you found an easier way to do it, then please let me know about it, or any sort of a different way. If there's anything, other trick that could have been used, just let me know, and let everybody else know, of course. Thank you for watching. I hope you followed on and enjoyed it. Be sure and click the bell up there, subscribe as well, give me some comments, and sure, I'll see you again next Friday, which isn't too far away. It's only, that'll be on the 16th, I'm sure it's the 13th now today. So sorry for the long delay in getting this out to you. And thanks again, those of you who subscribed and comment, and sure, we'll see you again. Till then, Slán Tamil.